I found out everything on a Sunday morning, over breakfast. There we were, sitting in our usual spots, me sipping on my coffee, him scrolling through his emails, when his phone pinged with a message notification. It wasn't the sound itself that caught my attention, but the way his face went pale. He excused himself to the bathroom, leaving his phone on the table, and I found myself staring at it, the device that seemed to hold the key to his sudden change in demeanor. I resisted the urge to snoop, but something about the situation felt off. When he returned, I casually mentioned that we should go out for dinner that evening, to which he hesitated before agreeing. It was then that I decided to follow him after breakfast, just to see where he really went during his business trips. As I tailed his car through the familiar streets of our town, my mind raced with possibilities. Maybe I was overreacting, letting paranoia get the best of me. But then he turned into a neighborhood I'd never seen him visit before, and my heart dropped. I parked a few houses down and watched as he got out of the car, walked up to a quaint little house, and was greeted at the door by a woman holding a toddler. The sight was like a punch to the gut. This was his second family, just a few miles from where we lived. I sat there, frozen, as I watched them embrace, the toddler giggling in his arms. I confronted him that night, my voice shaking with a mix of anger and disbelief. His initial reaction was denial, but the evidence was irrefutable. He eventually confessed, the weight of his secret life finally breaking him down. He spoke of how it started as a fling, a way to escape the monotony of our marriage, but it spiraled into something he couldn't control. The woman across town had no idea about me, just as I had no idea about her. Each of us living in a separate reality, carefully orchestrated by his web of lies. I felt a strange sense of pity for her, a fellow pawn in his elaborate game. In the aftermath, I wrestled with a mix of emotions, betrayal, rage, and an unexpected sense of relief. It was as if I had been living in a shadow, and now, finally, I could step into the light. I had to decide what was next for me, whether I could forgive and rebuild or walk away and start anew. The truth was, his deception forced me to confront my own fears and insecurities, to question what I truly wanted out of life and love. In a twisted way, his betrayal became the catalyst for my own awakening, and as painful as it was, it set me on a path to reclaim my story.